Like a tribe does. Before this, did you really know what I was? Comprehend to the track force, why? Cause give me inches on the tip of the vibe buzz. Rock and roll to the beat of the funk fuzz. Wipe your feet really good on the rhythm rug. If you feel the urge to freak, do the jitterbug. Come and spread your arms if you really need a hug. Afrocentric living gives a big shrug. I like Phil Swift, that's what I love. I love a plateau, it's what we're above. If it diss us, we won't even think of. We'll nipple a doggy, give a big shove. This rhythm really fits like a slug glove. Like a box of positives, it's a plus love. As the trial flies high like a dove. Kick it? Yes, you can. Can I kick it? Yes, you can. Can I kick it? Yes, you can. Can I kick it? Yes, you can.
What is up, mi gente? How's everybody doing this fine Wednesday evening, 8 p.m. Eastern? What's going on, people?
What up, dude?
Pretty good.
Yeah, we got people excited today to talk about this Book of Boba Episode 2. And we got also Morbius news, which probably we all heard of.
Mm-hmm.
Right? That one we're gonna go through quick, even if we get a chance to talk about it. So, Danny, how you doing, brother?
Doing well, man. Doing well.
Cool. What's up, G Major?
All right. What's going on?
Good. The Austinator.
What's up?
Back in his dorm, he says. And the Metal Tackle Show, Jason Lee Tucker. You know. He's keeping it real.
Keeping it real.
Gotta get paid.
Hey man, this guy, he's on the show and he's working, man. So he's gonna be jumping in and out whenever he can talk. He'll talk. If not, just private chat or Morse code, whatever works for you. And we got in the chat. We got number one, aka the artist previously known as Positive Candor.
Oh, no kidding. Okay.
We got the lovely Sherry and Anzo from Big O4 Entertainment. What's up, brother?
What's up? Sherry, thanks for listening to my mix today. I appreciate it.
Sherry's everywhere.
I just about to say that. She is everywhere, boy.
Mm-hmm. So. She's a strong supporter. Appreciate that. Yeah. So, overall, first impressions of this episode 2, Book of Boba Fett. Let's see, Jason, can you talk now and get it out of the way with you?
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, it was a longer episode. This is the episode I wanted. The first one, it was a lot longer, about almost an hour long, and I really enjoyed it. I know some people don't care for him going back to the sand, in the sand people, but I really enjoyed it because I feel we're getting more in depth of their the sand people, because I know always we see them in movies and shows. It's just you see a brief thing of, but it's where you've seen actually the culture and all that. I actually enjoyed it, and you've seen how he made his staff and all that.
Mm-hmm.
This episode, and and I enjoyed it. And also, you got to see some huts in here too. That was really cool.
That's right.
So that was a surprise. I mean, it was a good episode, really good episode. It was just as good as last week's, I thought, and a little better, I believe. And I believe we've got a lot more surprises coming.
Oh, I'm telling you, most definitely going to get more surprises. After this episode, I'm telling you, we are. Austinator, what did you think? Overall thoughts?
Overall, I actually, I enjoyed it. I don't know if it's just because it's really the first show that's not Marvel that we got in a while. I've actually quite enjoyed it. Not perfect, but overall, I gotta say it. I think the longer length of the episode actually made it. I think it worked a lot more. There were some really cool things that they did with the Raiders, and I thought the action was a lot better in this episode. So there were things in this episode that worked a lot more, and just overall, I thought this episode was pretty good. Not gonna lie.
Okay. G Major.
Yeah, I like this episode better than the first one. There was some interesting things that happened that caught me off guard, but I did like it. I liked the interaction with him and the Raiders and everything. No, I thought it was good. I thought it was a good episode. I had no problem with it. What everybody's saying right now, I agree with them.
All right. Danny.
Share that screen right there with me.
I will share that screen there with you.
All right. 2 words. Just character development. That is what this episode did. People always talk about, well, we don't have any character development. They not fleshed them out. We know exactly what happened to Boba Fett from the time he went to the Sarlacc pit to now we presently see him now. You learn all about the Sand People. You learn about why, because there's a certain individual comics division that says he's more like the anti-hero, and if they're going to make him anti-hero, then let us see it. Well, we saw it today, live and in living color. So I have no problem with this. I'm very entertained. In fact, I can't think of the 2 gentlemen. It's 2 white guys. I got up at 4:30 this morning and watched this. And I watched, it was several live parties.
Okay.
Afterwards, but these 2 was like, they actually count the minutes that it was like present time. It was like 14 minutes and 38 seconds real time.
Okay.
And then you get in the bank the tank, and for the rest of the 30-something minutes, whatever minutes it was flashback.
Right.
Who the hell cares? Okay. They say they don't even think that John Favreau and Dave Filoni know how to tell a story or don't know what story they want to tell, which is crazy. So
Wow.
I did a short on this. Star Wars fans, man, make me sick because when they get some crap, then they get a reason to complain and shout about it. When they get something that's good or decent, they still ain't happy. So it's frustrating whenever I hear them.
Man, I'm guilty of that too, man. So,
but I'm telling you, the last things they've been doing, to me now, if you go back and look, ever since the Ahsoka episode,
right,
it's been an improvement, a vast improvement. This right here, we just 2 scenes into it, but you have character development. Now we know why he is like he is, because when he went in that Sarlacc pit, he was one way. When he came out and went to Sand People, he became something else. So let's watch the journey long enough, because it's like you said before you went on live. He may turn back to that because his new Boba Fett may not be effective enough to do what needs to be done. So
that's right.
To me, I think it is fantastic.
No, and I'm going on the record for what Ninjoy said, right? That the Boba Fett, like people are that's not the Boba Fett we know. In the movies, we didn't get much of Boba Fett being a bad person. Yeah, he was one-liners and
20 minutes.
We're living on an assumption of what we want him to be, and because we're not getting that now, people are getting pissed off at that. And I was on the fence of that last show. I was also on the fence about that because I was like, yeah, I get it. We were expecting it, but then when Ninja was talking about, but this series might be what occurred to him and him getting back to that person, because we got a little bit of him like that today, right? In that episode when he was confronting the Hutts, right?
I will say one thing.
That was a badass scene.
Yeah. One thing that's kind of redundant is the way that we getting what's setting up the flashbacks. Every time he's in that back to tank, he's dreaming and stuff. They done that 3 times now. So maybe they need to do something different if they do a flashback, or maybe not do it as long.
Be done with it.
Yeah,
but
flashbacks. The flashbacks are important to let us know why he's like he is now and what's
Right.
going on.
Yeah, but
So-
when he's in that bathroom tank, he's at
Mhm.
peace, so he's dreaming. That's when he's
I-
doing.
I agree that, but we don't see him like 3 times. Every time you go in the bathroom tank, for people that don't like this, it may seem redundant. I can see that
And
point of
boring.
view from
It could-
them.
yeah.
I'm sure.
If
I'm
they-
sure if we got a Vader, Vader series, when Vader goes, I'm sure we could get some similar to him seeing Padme and
I
all that.
agree. I
100%.
agree.
And that's
I
great
agree
you
with
said that, because that's exactly a point that I was going to make. I'm like, if we would have had a Vader series and he would have been dreaming in that back, that
Oh,
you
yeah.
bet your ass people would have been freaking complaining about it.
Exactly.
All right.
Exactly.
Oh, they probably
Especially-
would complain if it was like romantic shit with Padme. They would complain.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's probably when he's at peace. He's in that
Yeah.
bath tank. He's at peace, so that's when he drinks.
Hey, I agree with what you said, Jason, 100%. But
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
it's
We
a
may
lot.
not. I mean, we may not get much more because we're already up to where he's already become a official, head of one of the Sand People. So I mean, we're almost at the point where he's
Yeah.
at
We
the
gotta see where-
Mandalorian, where he
where
sees
he-
the Mandalorian guy.
Where
Right.
he get his guns and stuff back and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. I'll tell you one thing they did trick me though. That train scene was fire though. But when they first seen that train come, I thought that was that crate dragon. I didn't think.
Yes, me too. Me too.
I heard that
thought
sound
it
because
was
they
that.
made a weird sound, and I said,
Yeah.
"Oh shit, we're gonna get that crate dragon right now again."
Right.
I was like,
Right. That's
Right.
why I thought the same thing too.
Same
And I'm
here.
like sitting there like,
because I could see it
what's
coming
this?
in the background. I was like, "Oh crap!" I said, "That
Yeah.
thing's gonna." I was gonna see. Well, this is gonna be
For sure.
interesting.
But let me ask you this, Jason. Those people that was on the train, wasn't those the people that was on
The
like,
Pikes.
the Pikes that people were so feared of and stuff?
Yes.
Yeah,
They're
that's one with
part
spice,
of the
the
syndicate,
spice.
right?
Yeah.
They were the spice traders.
Don't
They're the
like-
ones that
somebody that-
enslaved Wookiees to work in their mines.
Exactly. So I'm like, wow,
Yeah.
they so
That
badass,
was a
but
bad Wookiee too, man. It was.
Oh, yeah, that
wait,
Wookiee,
wait. Let me get some of my overalls first
Oh,
before we go
okay.
talking about that Wookiee, because I saw that Wookiee and I'm like, I've seen this Wookiee before, and I'm gonna show you, and I'm not talking out of my ass because
a fucking werewolf. He was
that is one of the baddest freaking Wookiees
I
out
know.
there.
I
man.
like to look at that thing. I'm like,
Yeah.
like holy shit!
Yeah.
What this thing is?
I get, overall, I love the episode. I love the episode because I see what they're doing with it, right?
Right.
And what bothered me was, and I'm going to address it, is what a lot of people are saying about, they're demasculizing Boba, they're demasculizing the Tusken Raiders from being savages. I have something to say about that. Okay, Tusken Raiders are indigenous to Tatooine. They're native to that thing. Calling them savages is like calling Native American savages and calling Maori people from New Zealand savages, right? Because we know
Mhm.
Morrison, he's from Maori, he's New Zealand, he's Maori tribe, he's native, right? And the flashbacks in itself with the tribe basically reflects that background that he does, right? Because that weapon that the staff, right, is also called a tahaya, and that's a Maori weapon. And it's funny how they symbolize the making of the Maori weapon in this episode to what traditionally it is for him, right? So there's a link to it, and I noticed that, and I was like, wow, right? I was, because I always loved like native stuff. So for me, when people say, oh, they're not a savage, different tribes are different. Like you have the Mohawks, you have the Iroquois, we have the Apache Indians as well. They were all different tribes and all different aggressivity, right? Some of them were warriors, some of them were passive warriors, but the majority were warriors when they had to be. And when they talk about how, when he's talking about, how the woman, you got to go, bud?
No, chilling.
Okay. Shit, Danny's got a call. He's got to run. And how they were native, how he said, the Tusken Raiders saying how they have machinery and stuff like that, right? It's basically how the conquistadors came and they had their metal suits and stuff like that. That's how they're portrayed. So to say that, I think it's very premature observation and very opinionated to say that, because for me, that backflash and everything they're building is character development. It's to see what changed the Boba Fett that we caught for 20 seconds I know EU stuff. I didn't follow much EU Boba Fett besides whatever we got in the animations and stuff like that. But like Ninja said, and I'm saying his name because I think he's going to be dead on this. It's going to show the evolution of him building himself up to be that freaking vicious mafia leader, right? Because that's how it sounds in there, right? When he says, "Oh, we can't kill them, we have to get permission." So, you know, it seems like the head of the families have to get together before who can pop who, right? Because
I think we're going to see him like use a lot of cunning and kind of playing both parties together, and then you're going to see a little bit of violence too.
Yeah,
because what's her name? Fennec, whatever her name is.
Fennec. She annoyed me this episode.
She is like she's trying to overact to me. Sometimes she's trying to be too much of a badass.
She's trying to. You talking about Min Cha Ling's character? Yeah. She's trying. She reminded me a little bit of Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. I'm like sitting there like. Yeah.
So she got all the eye rolling and all the
right
stuff and okay.
Touching on the Wookiee was badass and the Hutt stuff was good. Yes, 100%. And when I saw that Wookiee, I'm like, wait, I've seen this Wookiee before. So I popped out this comic book that I have, Darth Vader, and I'm like, started going through it, and this comic book starts with Vader going to Jabba's palace to hunt down a so-called doctor. And Lord and behold, when he goes to Jabba's palace, who do we see?
Okay.
So Boba Fett knows who this person is. This Wookiee is.
That's why they kind of growl at each other at the end, you think?
That is correct. That is correct. Now this ties in with Obi-Wan.
Well, why did this Wookiee look so much more muscular and menacing than the other ones we've seen in the past?
He ate better? I don't know.
Nutrition
diets?
He was he was jacked the fuck up.
No, Gascar, is that comic book?
It's the Darth Vader comic.
Is it produced by Marvel or is this on its
Marvel?
Own? Okay.
Yeah, it's 2015. Gascar Episode 2 was better than Episode 1 by far. The funny thing is, the humans that are looking down on Boba Fett or the Tusken Raiders are nowhere near as badass. Yeah, okay. Gascar, most humans don't even have the mindset to survive the circumstance those characters have been, though I've seen many humans crack under the smallest circumstances. Gascar, that Wookiee was badass. I got hairier just by looking at him. Yeah, to seriously manscape that beast. Yeah,
that thing was a monster.
Yeah. I was expecting Boba Fett to like the Heisenberg of the Star Wars. Yeah, but
I didn't get that.
Heisenberg is from Breaking Bad.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, man. What was the most? What you guys like the most? Go ahead, Danny.
I like the whole thing. The potential for the confrontation between him and the twin Jabbas or whatever the hell they call them.
Hutts.
The Hutts. Mm-hmm. To me, it looked like they're all on top of each other and shit. We were talking and stuff. I thought we were gonna see like a showdown or something. I didn't realize they were that made that they gotta have permission to be taken down. So I guess the gangster girl, they're made men or made woman or whatever the hell she is. It is whatever.
Made person.
So they're made. Yeah. So how he's gonna navigate that should be interesting for next season. I mean, for next episode. I like the whole backstory and stuff. I was just thinking, like, damn boy, Boba Fett been in that Sarlacc pit, then I ain't seen him wash nothing. He must smell like something totally fierce. I don't know why that came across my mind. But one thing I wanted to see, and I thought we were going to see, when they took him in that tent, well, when the thing walked in the tent and they were sitting down talking, the head leader, I thought we were going to see how they look under there. I'm curious to see how the hell they look under those masks and stuff. So, because I know they ain't born like that. So they got to, I guess, fashion a mask or something to cover their forehead and stuff, because that's not nothing that's natural. So I would like to see that. But overall, man, I liked it. I I really love this episode. Like I said, I can see for people that don't like it, maybe not. And Jason makes a good point, but maybe use another way for him to flashback. Maybe he's sitting on a throne, he's thinking about something or something.
Smoking some spice.
But we automatically, whenever we see that back to tank, it's like, okay, here comes a flashback. And some people say that's too predictable. I personally don't care, but for those that don't like it or think it's boring or whatever the case may be, I think that's a definite indicator.
Right. G Major?
I enjoyed the episode. I love the train scene, especially the engineer keeps on speeding up the train, and then he's like, "Screw you! I'm jumping out. You're on your own." I was sitting there like, "Oh, you little son of a bitch!" I was yelling at the TV. I'm like, but yeah, I enjoyed it. Him learning with the Tusken Raiders thing and everything. I enjoyed it. I had no problem with the episode whatsoever. I thought it was definitely better than the first episode.
Good stuff.
The space breakers fight was cool too.
Yeah.
If you
Jason.
look, they actually had on biker vests.
Yeah, the gang. Yeah,
the gang. Did y'all notice that?
Yep.
Oh yeah,
and it was the same. It was the same gang that raided one of the home there in the first episode. It was the same one. Yeah. Jason, can you talk? I guess. Okay. Austin, go ahead.
What did I like about this episode? I actually liked a lot from this episode. Just when Boba Fett confronted the Hutts, and I think he also confronted the mayor as well. He actually came off as very threatening, which that was kind of something that was missing a little bit in the first episode. Which I like that he came off as somebody who was like, he ain't gonna take no shit from anybody. I also like the train where there was like the entire train sequence, and they were doing that whole action scene. That was really cool, and just seeing Boba, training in the arts of like how the Tuskens, fight. I thought that was really cool as well.
Right.
When he basically gets drugged by the lizard and I'm guessing drugs.
I was like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah,
that thing was
disgusting. That shit went in his fucking nose. I was like, what the fuck?
And like you're seeing kind of like the flashes between like where he was then, where you saw like the past Boba Fett, attire with the whitish, outside, and like just the old school Boba Fett look. I thought that was that looked really cool. I just think overall this episode was a lot better, and I think a lot of it just because it was longer, it actually felt there was more. And I think Danny said it best. I think everyone said best character development.
Right. I have this to ask you.
Yeah.
Did this episode feel more like Star Wars?
Yes.
Okay, good. All right. So I took like crazy notes because you know what, I really looked into this. I watched it twice. Go ahead, Danny.
Can I say? Of
course.
I ain't gonna necessarily say it feels more like Star Wars, but it feels interesting to me. I don't feel like, what are they doing? I don't feel like that. When I saw the last 3 movies, I was like, what are they doing? Why are they doing? So this don't make me feel like that. Like I'm telling you, I mean, y'all know how I am. I'm getting up at 4:30 to watch these things. To me, if it wasn't good, I'm not getting up at no fucking 4:30 to watch it. But I've done it for the past 2 weeks. I foresee me doing it again this week because this has re-energized my love for Star Wars because this is something new.
And that's awesome if it did that for you, man.
I haven't seen this before. I'm interested in wanting to see this. And this makes me think that if left alone, Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau will give us a movie that we will like. So
yeah.
I agree with Danny. I'm the same way. I watched the first 3, then I catch up on the next, but then I lingered off. But this and The Mandalorian made me more intrigued to be, okay, I need to watch these again and, be involved with these.
Right.
So
That's awesome. That's great. And that's the purpose, right? Getting new fans to love it.
Yeah.
What Ryan said, Ryan 36. Thank you for being here, by the way. How do you feel about releasing an episode a week, given other popular series like The Witcher release whole season? I think that is better one episode a week, in my personal opinion.
Yeah, me too.
It gives us more
I
to talk
agree.
about.
I agree.
More to talk about, and it keeps that particular IP more relevant.
That's right. That's
Wait,
right.
look,
Because look, we don't. Cobra Kai season 3 came out. It's starting to dwindle off now because people don't watch it and stuff. So I think that this right here for at least 7 weeks, man, we're going to be talking about this. So it's smart.
Right.
I think it also depends on the show, though, too. Like, certain shows work better when they're released all at once. Like, I'll even use this example. Like, I think some of these Marvel shows would have been better if they didn't come out if they just came out all at once.
Right.
I don't think they've been better. I think being. I'm sorry to disagree with you and all that, but by coming out once a week, it keeps that particular show relevant, whether it's good or bad, because YouTubers that cover this kind of stuff have to watch it. So we're talking about it. We're talking about it. Now, if it's bad, that could be a double-edged sword, because if it's bad, then it could hurt the franchise. But if it's good, and based on comments I've seen from, I can't think of the name of that live party I went last night after I watched this, but I was scanning through it, man, and it's about 80% were good, 20% were negative. So I'll take that ratio any day of the week if I'm John Favreau and Dave Filoni. So
Right.
Man.
I just think as long as you can have a good hook for the ending of your episodes, then weekly isn't a bad thing. It's just if your show doesn't have a good hook. Like, I'll use this as an example again with these Marvel shows. I'll just use this as an example. WandaVision. With WandaVision, if your first episode doesn't hook you, then it's kind of like that's not something I'm interested in watching every week. But with Book of Boba Fett, it's like they have a great hook at the end of your episodes that leave you wanting more.
Yeah.
That's why with Boba Fett, I don't have an issue, because that makes me more excited to watch it.
Awesome.
Also, Nato, you think if they did WandaVision like they did Hawkeye, the first 2 episodes would have been better, and then separate?
Well, honestly, WandaVision wasn't even that bad, but if it was Loki, oh man, I wish they just released all those episodes at once, because oh my god, that was a pain to sit through.
So on
it took the 4th episode of WandaVision to hook me though, because the first 3 I was like,
you were like, what is this trash?
But I hung in with it because I had to talk about it, and then y'all invested in it too. So I said, okay, but it took the 4th one.
Like I told somebody, I said, if that wasn't Marvel, I've been gone.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, there's a lot of people that said that.
That's
Like
true.
the
Statement.
Bad Batch episodes.
Well, Bad Batch was just painful until God knows halfway through the season.
I like the Bad Batch.
Yeah, but it took a while though.
Yeah.
Because Danny, I remember you saying, "Oh fuck, if it wasn't for this fucking show, this roundtable, I would be watching this fucking crap."
Yeah.
All right, so
But the way it ended up, I was like, okay.
yeah, exactly. My takes on this one, the things I liked. I liked the camera angle right off the beginning with the gate. Reminded me of Return of the Jedi, right? That's right for me. It started like, I'm like, shit, that kind of does feel like Star Wars. I see how some parts, it looked like a bad, fan-made movie, especially when that guy was checking in Boba Fett when he went to see the mayor. I don't know, his actor presence of that character that they put there. I don't see your name on the list.
I didn't like.
Yeah,
it
was like
I thought you were talking
off.
about the Max Headroom guy. That's what I thought you were
No.
talking
I was talking about that guy in the white shirt there with the cap there. It's like, well, I don't see you on the list. And then he shoot off by the dude, the Twi'lek. Yeah. Opening, Boba looked good, man. He looked good in this episode, and you can see that he has his Mandalorian outfit as well as his Tusken Raider outfit.
Yep.
Right.
He's mixing them.
Yeah. So he completely
embraces
both. Exactly. Return of the Hutt scene was wicked, but I have to say, man, I don't know, when you guys were watching that scene, did you think those guys were going to drop that fucking platform? Because I did. That freaking platform was warping like this.
Yeah.
And I'm like, shouldn't there be more people underneath there? Because that looks pretty damn heavy, man.
I was thinking, man, they paid a lot for that shit. That's what I was thinking. I was like, that's practical. That ain't I don't think that was
special. That was CGI.
Effects.
That was CGI.
It was?
I think so.
Yeah.
There was a lot of
CGI and stuff in this episode.
Yeah.
I was thinking those two huts were animatronics and stuff.
They could have been. I mean, I don't know.
It looked pretty real when they were going away and they were walking away from. I said, "Damn, that looks pretty real to me," but I could be off.
Yeah,
I like that part when they're in the palace and they got the prisoner, Shannon got, and he wouldn't talk and they dropped him in that pit and he about to take a shit when that door went up and then that creature wasn't there. That was
that was good. That was good. I like that scene.
The governor, or the mayor? Was it
the mayor sent me?
The mayor sent me. And then I just see the little rat back there or something.
Yeah. You missed it before, but I brought it out, man. I brought it out because when I saw him, I was like, yes, I remember from this.
The Rancor cage. Yeah, that was funny.
Rancor,
that was awesome.
Yeah. But I enjoyed just the things, when you see when they go into Jabba's palace, you see the door open, it goes up a little bit and it goes back down. You just remind you of the Return of the Jedi. And I mean, they did a lot of fan service on that.
Yeah. And the flashbacks were on point. I'm sorry. I know people are saying we're boring, but it shows exactly how he healed. But see, that's the thing. I'm thinking, I don't think he got hurt with them. So I think something's going to happen in a flashback where it shows why he's so weak now. Because if you see with the Tusken Raiders and stuff, he's not that hurt. Right? He's fighting. He's jumping on the train.
I think that Sarlacc pit probably put a hurting on him. And it's just,
I don't know, but it doesn't make any sense because there's no freaking Bactic tank. All he's drinking is freaking what's that? Berry milk or something? What is it called? Melon milk. So
I guess I don't know.
There must be something that happens there. We got the Pikes, right? When I saw them, I'm like, oh shit, and they looked amazing, right? They looked so accurate to the animation, and the masks coming off, hands off. The cinematics are great. Terrence says it. It's awesome.
Oh yeah, the cinematic. That's fantastic.
Yeah, the cinematics, man. That's for me. That's what makes the Star Wars. The Dune Sea. It's from the New Hope, right? So it really it brings that back. I already mentioned before when in my opening talks about the savages and stuff like that. Back to the Maori, and just for what you guys know, I'm talking about the Maori and Morrison's heritage. Let's share my screen here.
All about the Sand people.
Yeah, it ties in with the actual heritage, right? Native heritage. About this.
John Favreau and Dave Filoni.
See right here.
They bring these characters that were just minor characters in the original trilogy, and they brought them.
See right here. That's what it is. The way they were fighting and they were practicing the woman Tusken Raider and him and those stance. It's traditional style Maori fighting stances and stuff. And you see it at the end when they're dancing around the fire. It's a type of haka dance, right? So I liked how they did that. For me, that shows respect not only to Morrison as an actor, but for his people as well as that are native. And,
exactly.
And people that were quick to shit on that, you shouldn't jump to conclusions and I'm not gonna say get yourself educated, but there's always a reason why there's something. You got to do your homework sometimes. Yeah,
I like
that's
like
really
where
cool.
They have brought
and it's crazy if you look at this one right here.
They brought little.
If you look at this one right here,
it looks
see how it looks
like it.
exactly. And that's the thing that each individual is the one that helps carve out the staff, right? And they burn it to make it stronger. So that was pretty cool. I really that made the whole flashback thing for me mean something, and gave Boba Fett a strong coming of age of what he's been going through. And again, I'm saying it again, Ninja, I mentioned your name a bunch of times. I think you're gonna be dead on right, man. We're gonna see vicious Boba, because we've seen him in parts when he fights, when he's smashing the freaking club down. You see that warrior in him, right?
Oh yeah.
So yeah.
Even the part when he got the chief gave him the lizard and it went in his nose, and he went and got the branch. I mean, that was pretty.
Absolutely.
That's an extreme way to go get the branch. I mean, what?
You can see it over his struggles. He fought through his dreams and not for his struggles, and he got that.
And I know what people are going to say. What the fuck? Where the fuck did he find a tree with a trap? Well, it's known that Tatooine used to be a water planet as well. There used to be water there, right? Because that's what the moisture farms are there, because they're getting water from below. So there was vegetation at one point. So there definitely are trees or some kind of freaking bushes that are probably big.
I just don't understand them damn melons that grow in the sand like that. That ain't making sense to me.
I think they're actually droppings.
What kind of droppings?
Like animal droppings that cocoon and have water in it, man.
They
be drinking shit juice.
Okay.
Yeah. And they just gave it a melon because.
Well, I know one thing. It's fucking delicious the way Boba be drinking on that.
Hey, Danny, if they cracked one of those suckers open, they taste like watermelon. Wouldn't you drink it?
I might. That sounded kind of racial right there.
I know it did. I said, I'm like, oh, that doesn't sound too good.
What the fuck? But
YouTube violation.
Flavored shit. I didn't mean it for anything else.
If we fucking, because it seems like it's 1,000 degrees out there, and they seem very comfortable in all that hot shit they wear. But I guess it is. If I crack it open and it's damn delicious, I'll drink the shit out of it too, I guess.
Well, that's the thing, right? Because and deserts, what is it that they used to drink? Cactuses, right? They used to cut them open.
Yeah.
Did you guys ever drink that shit?
Uh-uh.
I wonder how it tastes, that water. More teases to Crimson Dawn. Exactly. Ninja's right. More teases to Crimson Dawn. The pikes are connected to Crimson Dawn. Absolutely. Are we gonna see what's her name there? The one that takes over Crimson Dawn. Well, we know. Yeah, right.
We could, because we're possibly going to see Han Solo too. We rumored too. So
true. That is
one thing was okay. That train was going like 400 or 500 miles an hour. And after they did all that fighting and stuff, like they were going for miles and stuff, as soon as the train derailed, the whole doggone Sand People tribe was right there to help them capture the people on the train. That didn't make sense to me.
Well, there's some that grabbed the Bantas, right? And we're walking.
No, I'm saying
other ones.
That train start here and it's going, and then it hit turbo boost 3 or 4 times.
Then it's the one that
but as soon as they derail, the whole tribe was right there to cover them. The pikes on the train.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's one fucking fast bantha. That's all I got.
They're like what's the name from Jamaica? The guys in the Olympics that runs. They were doing
Cool Runnings.
No, the guy. The runner. It's the fastest man in the world.
Usain Bolt.
Usain Bolt. That was.
Yeah. Some serious says, feel the rhythm. I thought you were gonna do like the Cool Runner. Feel the rhythm. Feel the vibe. Jump up. It's bobsled time. Yeah, man. Oh man, I like. What parts did you guys not like? Was there anything that stand out that you didn't like? She Major, go ahead. It looks like you have something to say. Say it.
The hillbilly moment.
The hillbilly.
Jabba's cousin coming up there, and I'll find out he's rubbing up on his sister. I was like, oh hell no!
Are you serious?
I was sitting there like, what the hell is this? Is some hillbilly moment going on? What the hell? He's like, my sister. I'm like, what? I was like,
Hey, man.
you rubbing up you got your sister for
The
you
worms.
rubbing on it. I was like, oh man. I was like, oh,
I
that's wrong.
I did not look into that way at all, but okay.
I don't even know what the hell they are. What kind of creatures they are? They look like big ass worms or slugs.
Yeah.
Slugs, I think.
Fuck, they're sisters. They're twins.
But
Oh
he's
my
like,
God.
my sister would kill you. I'm like, sitting there, oh, I thought that was your wife. I was like, oh, you nasty. Oh, that's just wrong. He's just because when he comes out, he's rubbing on her tail. I was like, oh, that's
Are you
wrong.
sure that's her tail?
Oh yeah.
I'm saying, I don't know, man. I don't know.
I was
Danny-
like, that's the only thing that bugged me about this episode. I was like, wait a minute.
Was there anything else, Danny? That sorry, G Major, that you didn't like?
That was
Or
it. That was it. Everything else was okay. But
Danny?
I can't think of nothing off the top of my head that I disliked about it. I one thing I do like about it, I think they should stay at this time length. They don't need to make it any shorter than what it was today.
Right.
That was the perfect amount of time.
Mm-hmm. I liked it.
Yeah, because when I saw it at first, I was like, "Oh shit, I'm gonna be up an hour."
Yeah, but you have like what 10 minutes or something of end credits or something like that. So-
More like 6 or 7, wasn't it? Yeah.
Man, that episode flew for me, so it didn't even feel
Yeah.
like an hour.
T-virus.
I scared that guy, that hut guy. He was plowing his sister behind those buildings. Then, Austin.
All right, so this wasn't necessarily a big issue for me, but this was something that made me go, "What the hell? What the hell was that?"
Mhm.
I think it was during that scene where Boba Fett was teaching them how to, drive like the land speeders, the Tuscans.
Okay, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
One of the Tuscans jumps on the speeder, sits down, and literally not long after that, he proceeds to then flop. He immediately jumps off and flops back down. I'm like, what the hell was that? I'm like,
Maybe he has an inner ear problem.
I thought that was funny because when the biker rode over him, you could see it. I got a chuckle, man. I was like,
I mean, it was funny. I'm like, what the hell? I mean, it's not really a problem. It's just something that made me go, wait, what? I'm like, it's like I was looking down at my phone because like someone was texting me, and I'm like, and then I look back up, I see him jump off his to Boba's, and then he jumps off again. I'm like, oh my god, of course. And I guess since G Major mentioned it, yeah, the hut thing was a little weird. Not to lie.
You're gonna go back and watch that, aren't you, Austin? Was he actually right? Was he rubbing on her?
Oh yeah, when
gotcha.
he came around the corner. Oh yeah, he was just like, I'm like saying like, oh, it's white coming out, and then he says my sister. I'm like, wait, what?
That's why they were called the twins. They were called the twins.
Yeah, guys, sometimes in life you fall off the speeder. Yeah, but I'm not sure you can be getting up so fucking fast. That's the thing, man. The speed that thing was going, I don't know. And Jason, what you not like?
I'd have to nitpick. I mean, I sort of agree with Danny about that with the train part where they were as soon as the train crashed, they were right there.
Yeah,
everybody was there.
I didn't even catch that.
Yeah, I mean it was really quick, but I mean that's just nitpicking. I mean, besides that, it was. I mean, I really didn't see anything in the huts. I know what G's talking about because they called them the twins or something like that. So I didn't look into that detail.
That was the name. It was the twins. That's what they called them.
The twins. So, yeah.
Well, this is my brother Daryl. This is my other brother Daryl. I don't know, man.
Besides that, I mean, like I said, episode was great. I hope they keep it that 50 minutes to an hour long every time now. Don't drop down to 20, 30-minute episodes. And there's a lot. I'm expecting a lot more. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
it was 52 minutes.
Guys, yeah, they were the twins, all right. Mm-hmm. So, the only thing I didn't catch the whole train thing, but you're right that how the fuck did they get there so damn fast? But the thing that I find that didn't really need to be there, and it wouldn't matter if that person wasn't there, was Fennec. Like what major thing that she had. Push the button so that they can fall down, make her little cocky statements,
That's
and
about it.
you know, I don't know. I just think she was
You think
out of.
she'll betray him?
Sorry,
You think she'll betray Bubba at the end?
I don't think so. He saved her life, right? He saved her life.
Yeah,
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Yeah, but
Something would have to seriously happen.
Power. If he has a chance to get power, take his
Yeah.
power, depending on what.
Mm-hmm. Now, what are your
pirate.
What are your predictions, Jason? What do you think is going to happen?
Predictions. Okay. Well, I mean, I could definitely see, since we got the Pikes there, Crimson Dawn definitely going to we'll see possibly what's her name, Kara, what's her name, the one was in Solo,
Kara, I think you're right. I think it's
Kara,
I
something like that.
so.
I have a good feeling we're going to see that continuation, because they've always been talking about bringing her back in that, Crimson Dawn, her
Right.
ruling. So if it was a Solo series, and this could be the way that, and the possibility of Han Solo coming back, so we might possibly see him and Chewie, and I mean,
the age Han Solo.
I mean,
for sure.
The way it's going, I hope it's a continuation in the 2 seasons. I mean, I don't know if it's a one and done or not, but yeah, the de-aging. Yeah, I have to, because he's up there right now.
Oh fuck, is he ever out?
And he
gets hurt doing anything.
Rewrite the Disney, the trilogy. I mean, this is the way to do it, because you can sort
that's
of
wishful.
change things.
That's wishful thinking, though,
What?
man. Because they're never gonna admit that that's not going to be canon anymore. They're gonna try and give it some kind of sense. But them going in and debunking those 3 movies, I don't know.
Yeah,
I mean, if they do, people will be happy. I know there's going to be a huge fan base that's going to make them better. But
well, they can always do what George Lucas. Remember, George Lucas redid the originals a little bit. He changed things around and added scenes and stuff.
But those were all deleted scenes and CGI that he added on, right, for effects. It was nothing really that huge of changing the story itself, right? It was an extra scene with Boba Fett and at the space dock in Mos Eisley, right? That was one of the major scenes that were added.
The thing is, all these series. The thing is, all these series, Boba Fett, Mandalorian, Ahsoka, and all that, is gonna when they finally conclude, they're going to be right there where the Force Awakens begins. So it's going to be like you're going to have all this great content, and you go right into Force Awakens. So
I see. Austin, what's your prediction?
They can figure a way to.
Honestly, I would like to see. I think there's going to be some sort of conflict with the crime families. I think Crimson Dawn would be cool. Han Solo would make sense to come back if they do bring back Kara, because then maybe you could tie that back into Solo. Otherwise, I don't really have any other predictions, because I'm kind of at the point where it's like, because it's still a little early to tell what's going on. So I'm kind of just, I think usually by like the halfway point, I'm like, okay, this is definitely where they're going. But I'm just kind of enjoying the ride so far, and I'm glad that I'm actually enjoying something that's on Disney Plus for once. Marvel.
That's not Marvel, basically, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. My question is this: are you going to watch the Eternals when it's out on Disney Plus?
No.
I'm actually going to watch it again when it comes out. I got to give it a second watching.
I watched it once, and I'm like, you know what? Once is good enough for me.
All right. G Major, what's your predictions?
I agree with Oscillator. And with me, I drifted off from everything with the Star Wars and everything. But coming back, look at the Mandalorian, kind of got me a little more intrigued.
Mhm.
So, I agree with Austin just said. Same thing. I have no predictions right now. But everything's giving me a treat to step back into the world again.
Yeah. All right. Danny, I know you have to go.
Go where?
Because you don't have a show after?
Yeah, we 10 minutes out. We good.
Oh, okay.
I really don't have any predictions. I'm thinking the show. I'm liking the pacing of the show. I don't think it's slow. I don't think it's boring. I am intrigued the whole time. I just went back and look at what G Major was talking about, and I don't see him do anything perverse to his sister. I mean, he has his arm resting like on her body, but he doesn't caress or do nothing. So I didn't get that part from it. It probably would have been cool if it was his wife, but they did initially say the twins. So I was thinking it was going to be two brothers, not fraternal twins. I thought it could be more like identical twins, I guess. But
you didn't see a rubbing their tail?
Wait, hold on. Didn't Jabba have a son though?
He didn't. He's sitting. He got his arm on her, like on her sides. They're coming up. And then one time he's talking with both his hands. And then when he turned around, he says, "Sleep lightly, bounty hunter." He puts his arm back, like kind of touching her waist area, whatever. But is there anything? There's no caressing. There's nothing.
Still nasty.
Shit, they're big as fuck. So, but
I'm seeing. I'm like sitting there, like, just your sister.
Man, did you see the size of that platform? It's
huge.
Huge.
Oh yeah, that was
huge. Now that I'm looking at it, man, I think some of it was CG. I think some of it was practical. I don't think it was all one or the other. I think it was a combination of both. When I look at his hands moving, they look kind of CGI-ish. But when I look at them, the girth, that looks like animatronics to me. So
yeah, that was the guy I told you about before. I think
he was.
Yeah.
Looked like a fan-made movie.
Yeah, he was annoying.
Oh shit! Shut up.
I
tell you, they put like cuties in this.
Yeah, she is
I'm
sexy.
sitting like, damn, there's some
That lady is
aliens
sexy.
in here. I'm like sitting like, good grief.
This old lady, she is sexy.
Oh yeah, she's hot.
Yep. Yeah, I like to have a.
I don't know what you're gonna do with them.
You can't tell me that Boba doesn't look good.
Oh yeah, that's hot right there now. That's fire.
Yeah.
Now, do you think it's Morrison in there?
I think it's him.
Yeah, it's him.
Because he lost weight.
We know that colors make you look lighter too.
All right, now I get what you're saying. All right, they're like really up on each other. But look at the size of that platform.
Yeah, but look at his arm. He's not caressing her. His arm shits like that the whole time.
Yeah.
He's not rubbing.
I don't know. There was one point like they were rubbing his tail.
Their tail hugging each other.
Her tail is her tail is in front of him, and his tail is behind her.
Yeah, there's no perversion.
Close anyway. Nasty.
That scene was nice. That scene was cool. Your sister's right. You will have to kill me. Yeah, that's Boba Fett. That's definitely Boba.
That's him. Oh yeah, that's him.
Yeah.
Well, he ain't got no fear in him now. I give him that.
I do like the training scene though.
Yeah. It was on point.
But I don't understand why we automatically assume that's a female.
That could be a young dude.
I think it's just a
or
short
it could be
dude.
a non-binary person.
I think it's his champion.
Yeah. And you notice one thing, right? Going back to tribal and stuff, every Tusken Raider's mask is different. It's not the same.
That's true.
Because you notice when they were burning them with the mask. You would think, they would keep the mask and stuff like that, but no, it's like it's part of the person they are, right?
I want to see how the fuck they look under there.
I know, me too. You think it's gonna happen too? You think it's gonna happen?
I'm not sure on this. Maybe one day. I don't know if this.
I know there's been some.
It's like writing a
article about it, so we might.
Yeah, that was cool. So ratings, guys. Oh well, my prediction is I think in overall this is going to tie into either Kenobi or the Ahsoka show. I think we're going to get an Ahsoka. I think Danny's going to get his Windu.
This gonna be what you call it. Obi-Wan. I think it's going to tie into Obi-Wan.
Oh yeah, that's so. You're right. You're right.
Okay.
What's coming out first, Obi-Wan or before Ahsoka? Yeah, Obi-Wan's coming up. You're right.
Well,
It's gonna be Obi-Wan.
It might be Ahsoka because we already seen Ahsoka in Mandalorian, so we know Mandalorian is in this universe.
Mhm.
So it would be cool if they did like a crossover,
Right.
Mandalorian, Ahsoka, and Boba Fett. That would be hot to do that. I don't know what they're.
That was
Yeah,
awesome.
that's cool right there. Now.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
The way they kept the detail there.
But I never seen them without the mask though. In the animated, they never took their mask off.
Yeah, they did.
I've never seen them without the mask.
Yeah, they did. There was a scene in the Clone Wars. The flashbacks were cool though. When you got the flashbacks that he's back on Camino.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that's another thing, right? The two polar opposites, right? He was on Camino, complete water world, and now he's on a desert planet.
Mm-hmm.
Right? They say that that a warrior, a man who seeks war is also a man who seeks peace, or something like that. Some saying I read the other day.
But I do get bounce now because it's getting close.
Yeah, man.
But I give this grade a definitely A.
A?
Yep.
Okay. All right. Cool, Danny. Tell the people where they can find you.
All right, you can find me Chaotic Conversation on Monday nights. My channel is Comic Chat. On Twitter, you can find me Comic Chats too. I do a lot of content. I'm going now to one of the shows I'm involved with called The Rule of Three. Starring me, Chris Knight, Anzo, Biggie 40 Entertainment. Saturdays, 4 p.m., 4:30. You can catch me doing Square One, totally sports, football, NFL, NBA, basketball. So don't miss it. And then on Sundays, Anzo, is it Anzo? Not Anzo, but Chris Knight is doing Boba Fett Roundtable.
Yeah. 2
times. Then one at 7:30, one at 9, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
So tune in and catch those, man. Great
right,
show,
man.
Guy Scar. Appreciate you inviting me again.
Anytime.
Let's fellas, man. Y'all hold it down. And if you don't do anything here shortly, bounce on over and check us out on Rule of Three.
We most definitely will.
Yes, sir.
So you see how it's like Google it, like the making of it's called a Taihai. It's Taiaha, the staff of the Maori, and you'll see how they make it, man. It's really cool. It's the same style. They instead of metal though, they would put shark teeth and seashells on top of it as weapons. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
No, it makes sense. Makes sense. Wow.
Yeah, it was really really cool. And the concept art is on point. G Major, what do you give it?
I would give it an A.
An A?
Yeah, I'll give it an A.
Austin?
I'd give it a B plus. I'm gonna leave room for later down the line for an A, but otherwise great episode.
Cool, good stuff. Jason?
Solid A. I gave last week's an A minus. This is a solid A.
Okay.
I agree.
Well, I think I gave last week, I think was a C minus. Or no, B minus, I think I gave last week. I have to write these down like Danny does so I can remember. But this episode, I'm definitely going to give it a B plus. I'm going to go with Austin on this one. It was a step up from the first episode, and it's going to be definitely, I think it's only going to get better. I think this is building up to something, and it's going to be good. It's going to be good. So, guys, we still got 2 more minutes. Hey, Brittany, what's up? Good to see you.
What's up, Brittany?
Brittany in the house. I guess sometimes in life we got to appreciate these shows because they won't last forever. Absolutely.
That's true.
That's true. Because, we weren't getting anything Star Wars for so many years, right? We were just relying on comic books and books and letting our own imagination, bring these things up. But yeah, most definitely. So the other thing that we're going to talk quickly is the second topic, which was Morbius, right? Just to keep it simple, it's been pushed back again. It's the 7th time I think it's been pushed. Should they go ahead? Well, obviously they're going to go ahead and publish it, but why do you think these reasons are that's being pushed one more time? And I don't think it has nothing to do with the pandemic, to be honest with
They're adding the Spider-Man to it.
That's what I think too.
Andrew Garfield.
I heard that. I don't know. It's.
That's what I think. I think they saw the hype of Nowhere Home and Andrew Garfield, and they just sat back and said, "How we can make this better?" Yeah, reshoots galore. And
Well,
yeah.
this one's tied with Venom. It's in the Venom verse.
Correct.
So they got I got to figure which Spider-Man. It's not Tom Holland.
Right.
And I don't definitely it's not Toby. So I see Andrew Garfield.
I think it's Andrew.
Yeah.
Now here's the thing: if we hear reshoots, that's gonna come out. They're doing reshoots, then you know something's up.
It's a 50-50. Right. It could be good as it can be bad. Because go ahead.
Well, there's a Spider-Man because there's a poster. It shows there's Spider-Man in there. So
I
mean, I know what you're saying, but usually they'll tell you, like when they said Doctor Strange said we're doing reshoots, I'm like, oh, okay.
Right.
But if somebody comes out and said they're doing reshoots for Morbius, I definitely be 100% with you guys saying that they're gonna put a Spider-Man in there.
Yeah, oh, for sure. For sure. There's going to be a Spider-Man in there.
Now, did you guys see the concept artist from No Way Home? He actually made a concept art of Tom Holland with the symbiote on.
There was apparently there's a bunch of rumors about the end credits were supposed to have Tom Holland and not Tom Holland, Andrew and Toby in the end credits as well. So
I see them setting this movie up. Spectacular Spider-Man 3.
Spectacular? I mean, you mean amazing?
Well, Andrew Garfield's
amazing.
Amazing.
Okay.
Yeah. You think about the comic books where we had the Amazing Spider-Man, the Spectacular Spider-Man, and the Web of Spider-Man.
The one Andrew Garfield's in. I could see it setting up.
No, I can completely get that.
That's what I see it setting it up for.
Austin, you were going to say something before?
Well, first I want to add on to what you guys said. I actually want to see an Amazing Spider-Man 3 because, because I feel like Andrew Garfield deserves a fair shake and rather than judge him based off the films we got. But I also like Morbius reshoots is probably the big reason. But I think, and this is my theories, because Spider-Man Way Home will probably still be in the theater by the time Morbius comes out. So I'm pretty sure Sony's like, we don't want to release this film while this.
I didn't think about that. You might got a point.
Money still. So they're probably like, all right, let's let this movie run its course. Let them, because they already made a shit ton of money on it, but people are still going to go see it.
Right.
So I think they're waiting to do while doing reshoots, but they're also waiting so that way No Way Home's out of the theater first before they even decide to do Morbius.
And think about it, though. The Batman comes out in March.
Oh, shit. Well, it looks like it's getting pushed again.
Who knows?
So it's like you go from one bat to another.
Yeah. Makes sense. Makes sense, though. I don't know, man. This whole reshoot thing, because Multiverse of Madness is like apparently it's getting an overhaul. Like it's changed drastically with these reshoots. That's the rumor.
They added cameos. So
they added cameos and they added like storyline as well. So who knows what we're gonna get here?
I think they also said that the Flash movie's getting reshoots too because of all this stuff.
Wow. Anyways, for me, honestly, I was interested. There's a lot of people that are not interested in Morbius at all. Right?
I'm interested in Morbius. I want to see.
I'm interested.
But I mean, from what we saw, it looks good.
Yeah,
it looks good. I'm curious. It's one of these characters. I think Sony's just trying out what Marvel did with Iron Man, right? And it stuck. So hopefully, right now they're writing off the sales of friggin' No Way Home, and it's a Spider-Man character, and they're gonna go with it.
Let me ask you this: do you think the way Sony's going is better what Warner Brothers is going with DC?
You know what? The DCU, I think ever since ever since the last trilogy of Batmans we got, have not, the numbers are there. Like, for Spider-Man, Superman versus Batman and stuff like that.
Right.
The numbers are there, but I don't know, man. I don't know. DCU is behind.
I mean, like Sony's being a little bit, and Sony's being a little smarter.
No, Sony is smart because they allowed the rights to Marvel Studios, and they're making money off of those rights. Right. Yeah, they're not making merchandise money or whatever, but still, they're being smart about it, and now they're seeing the formula. They're being shared the formula, and they just reap benefits of that same formula. And they're
20th Century Fox said
sharing. Exactly.
Right. And what 20th Century Fox said, we don't want your help with Fantastic Four and X-Men, and look what happened.
So Sony's double dipping. And good for them. It's called business. As DC, I don't know, man. I honestly can't tell you. See how there seems to be people, they're criticizing the Batman movie, but there seems to be a lot of traction for people that are curious to see how it's gonna be, I think the movie's gonna be off the hook. I think the movie's gonna be pretty good.
I know. I think it's gonna be.
I'm excited for it.
I want to see it. No, I can't wait.
And this is coming from a strong Marvel fan and not DC fan. I'm actually excited for the Batman.
This is why I say, forget about the DCEU, forget about all of that. Just WB, all they need to do to make money at this point is just make a ton of Batman movies. Forget about Superman, forget about Wonder Woman. Yeah. Just make Batman movies until the end of time, because that's what everybody's gonna go see them. Or else they could follow my plan and actually do the DCEU right. # release the Los Angeles DCEU. I forgot to plug that. Which my Batman, Ben Affleck Batman movie's coming out pretty soon. So.
Good stuff. Zach says, anyone excited for Scream 5?
Nah.
Not really.
I never watched them. They look like another kill.
Yeah. I don't know. You know why I'm not excited?
To each their own. That's
why I'm not excited, because they put that freaking skin in Warzone, and it pissed me off every time I got killed by a person wearing that freaking skin.
I'm not excited because, you want to know why I'm excited? Because they put the best WCW champion of all time in there, David Arquette. I'm excited for it.
David Arquette. If you say so. All right, guys, we're hitting at 107. Tell the people where they can find you. Jason, go ahead first. Jason.
Oh,
do you hear
sorry,
me, Jason?
Sorry. You can find me on my channel. It's the Jason Lee Tucker Statement. Almost at 200. I think I'm like 8 subs away to 200. So
oh my god,
get that 200 mark. Might stream later tonight if I get home, later tonight. I'm trying to do something this weekend. Let's check it out, guys. Basco, thank you for letting me come on tonight.
Anytime, bro. Anytime. I'm gonna throw your link in. Actually, I have to do that. I'm going to put your link after this, so I'm going to add everybody's link into the description. So I didn't do that before. But definitely sub to him. God, I'm so bad at this. I don't know how those mods are like God's gifts, I'm telling you.
One more thing, because I was doing something at that little thing on Spider-Man. The only thing about the Andrew Garfield is they're going to have to explain the Vulture in there, if they do keep the Vulture in there.
Right.
He didn't go back to his universe.
Yeah, so they're gonna have to explain that. That's the only thing.
Guys, if you haven't subscribed to Jason Lee Tucker, I just put the link in there. Please do. Guy has some good content, man. Let's get him up to was it 200 you're going at?
Close. I think 8 away from 200.
There you go. 8
nice.
Away,
very
I got
nice.
5 people watching now, man. If everybody can just sub to him, that'd be awesome. Yeah.
We gotta
go ahead.
Do that
Cockpit.
Stream again too, Basco, one day.
Yeah, we do, man. We do. We definitely have to do that. Austin.
Yeah, I got a channel. I'm 3 subs away from 200. So if you haven't subbed yet, go ahead and do so. It's New Year, so we're bringing everything back now. I'm back in the dorm. Saturday, I'm actually going to be starting my road to the Batman by doing some watch parties. This week we are going to be doing Batman 89 and Batman Returns. So go check that out when we do the watch party. Sunday, that'll be the Marvel ranking stream. I was going to do it a couple weeks ago, but I got sick. So hopefully Sunday will be great. Monday, good old wrestling's coming back. I'll be talking about the best and worst of pro wrestling in 2021. Oh boy, there's a lot of good and bad stuff that happened this year. I'm planning to bring back Oscillator Friends Talk Pop Culture at some point. I am planning on getting Splash Talk and Shadow Eye back. Shadow Eye's coming back Sunday. Splash Talk will be coming back soon as well, but maybe that'll be on Thursday, but I'll see what I'm going to do with that. Otherwise, I'm also on Twitter at the Oscillator17. Sometimes I tweet, sometimes I retweet, sometimes I don't. It's a lottery. Go check me out. And also, you can find me on everybody's channels at this point, and you can also find me on the Droid Cantina. That's a shared channel that me, Ninjoid, and others do Star Wars content. The last video I did was on the Star Wars Eclipse trailer, and just go check it out. Just go check everything out. Guys, Scar, thanks for having me on.
Not a problem, man. You're always welcome, bro. G Major.
Yeah, do What Up Though on Mondays where we look at certain topics. My latest topic is about a lost episode from the Betty White television series from 1954. And I do my mixes, the Hump Day Mix, on Wednesdays. So make sure you check that out.
Awesome. Well, I'm Guy Scott from the Basketball Scenario every Wednesday right here. You can please tune in to Chaos Central right now. They're live right after this show. And also you can catch me sometimes maybe in surprises. I don't know, man. Certain things have been going on and behind the scenes. So I sense a return to some other shows possibly in the near future. But definitely catch me on my channel, Cockpit Conversation, my gaming streams. Cockpit Conversation doesn't have a fixed date yet. I'm going to try and see if we can do something. I'm also looking to get a stream on, blasting hackers that are hacking into a game I'm playing. I'm going to be coming out with a little short about that because I caught them hacking, and Triox says that they did an anti-hack, which is bullshit. And I'm actually going to pull an LDG, and I'm actually going to put it all over social media and ask for a refund on my game because I got that game on the speculation that they were going to fix that problem, and they did not. So I want my money back. So yeah, most definitely. So guys, saying that, I want to thank everybody that was in the chat. Let me go through quickly. We got number 1. We had a lovely Sherry. We had Onzo, Perp Mind again, T Virus, Terrence, Ryan 36. And we also had, who else we had? Dandelion that came in.
Oh, she popped. Oh, okay.
Yeah, she popped in, yeah. And we had Ninjoid for a bit. Yeah, he was supposed to jump on, but he was busy. And of course, Brittany and some bots that Terrence eliminated with his power of his wrench. Awesome stuff, man.
Beautiful.
Awesome. So, guys, thank you. Make sure to subscribe to everybody that's here. And we are out of here.